Linh-chan and Dimi-chan craft art. Hello and welcome back, Chan-chans.
Hello.
So I know we said we were going to make one of these videos a week from now on, but we kind of got sick in between, and then Christmas and New Year's and life happened. So here's another video.
This one's a short one though, a very short one.
And you actually did make it when you made the ramen video last week, quote unquote.
A long time ago.
So this week you're making tempura, right?
Tempura rolls, yes. Or shrimp tempura, not tempura.
Tempura rolls, like an egg roll.
No, we're making shrimp tempura this time. It was a little something that I saw online and I was like, I wanted to experiment with it. Mm-hmm. So I decided to, let's try it out.
So first you chop some pork and then you wrap it in oh wait, the shrimp. First you get some shrimp and then you wrap it in some tempura. Then you need to cut your panko, right?
That's my panko, yes, pretty much. So I twirled the paper like that and then cut in little tiny pieces. However, I realized later that, because I twirl it to give it like that 3D dimension shape rather than like just cutting the paper by itself, then it'll just be flat. But I realized as I was cutting it into little tiny bits, it was not keeping the curl anyway. I was cutting in between the parts, you know? So like it ended up just being straight.
Straight pieces?
A little straight pieces, yeah.
I'd say it's still turned out pretty well.
I think I'm doing the tail. Yeah, the tail. Yeah.
I think that was an experimental one.
Yeah, and it turned out to be too big, I believe.
So, here's take 2. So you're just wrapping 2 colors together, pretty much.
Yeah, to give it like a little more than just one color, I guess.
Yeah. A little dimensionality.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's a more appropriate size.
Yeah, it was way too big. So I think there's a lot of experimenting while I was doing the video.
And here you're battering everything.
And here I'm battering my shrimp that was made out of paper. And it turned out pretty good. Except the paper was, it was too thick. Or those little tempura pieces, they're a little bit too big. So they weren't really gluing to the shrimp body, I guess.
So in the end, it's not really panko. It's more tempura.
Yeah, it's supposed to be tempura. Shrimp tempura, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah. I didn't realize in the end, but I'm like when I was doing it, I was like, oh, these are so small. These are super tiny. And then I realized when I put them all together, they were huge. They are a lot bigger than comparatively to the ramen bowl that I made last time. They're bigger than the bowl.
Yeah, that was a really small bowl that you made.
Yeah. So even though I wanted them to be like smaller than the ramen bowl.
It's okay. They still look pretty scrumptious. Yeah. So here you're putting together the tails.
And see, it turned out pretty cool, right? It's not. I mean, since like we mentioned before, it's paper, so you can only do so much.
But you can do quite a lot, as you've shown time and time again. Like, despite the fact that I watch you make these most of the time, I'm constantly surprised.
I'm surprised myself most of the time. I'm surprised at the kind of things that I can come up with. Or, you know.
Humble brag.
No, I'm proud of myself, actually. I'm very proud of myself for being able to do this.
So, continuing on with last week's last video's ramen bowl, you're making another bowl this time, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm supposed to make like the dipping sauce. So I made a little
sedimentary layer. No, I'm just kidding.
No, like the sauce.
The little soy sauce.
So that's like the brown sauce that you put in the bowl. So I don't know what I'm doing really. It's been so long since I last recorded this video.
This is the foot of the bowl, as I recall.
Oh yeah, the foot of the bowl.
As it untwirls and has to be retwirled time and time again.
Well, because I'm cutting the paper thinner than what the size I normally use, so sometimes it's really hard to deal with it.
Hey, it still turns out pretty good.
And that's the sauce, the brown sauce.
And then here you're mixing the resin, right?
Yeah, here it's like a clear liquid resin, and then there's two parts to it, and then as it dries, it looks sort of like liquid in a way. So it looks wet.
Yeah, in the previous shot, you can kind of see our lighting.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
You're making the tray.
I'm making the tray. Yes,
I got you.
Sorry, it's been so long since I'm watching this video right now.
Yeah, it's been since November. Is that when we decided to continue doing these?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think
Before
at
Christmas.
least 1 month or maybe 2 months then since I recorded this, and then I totally just left.
I got sick.
Yeah.
I got terribly sick.
Oh yeah.
It's been a really bad season this year.
It has been, and a lot of people are dying from this flu. So if you are sick out there, please go to the doctor. It's not worth it.
Seriously.
It's not worth waiting to see if you can fight it off. If you're really not feeling well, please go to see a doctor.
More of the shrimp story.
More of that.
Eat some tempura shrimp and then go see a doctor.
And then go see a doctor if you're not feeling well.
And don't eat paper tempura shrimp. That's not good for you.
So here I'm making it thicker because I didn't want it to just be a little flat thing. So I'm trying to like raise it up a little bit. And then I realized I end up making the tray super big. Like you'll see it when I put the shrimp tempura and the soy sauce on the tray. Oh, and also it's sort of, I think magic sort of happened that the tray is finished, I think. Because
it just happens.
When I was recording, my phone was overheating and it would shut off midway as I'm recording, and I didn't realize it. So there are parts that I moved on and I didn't realize the phone wasn't recording anymore.
Well, I'm sure you'll do better next time, right?
But that looks pretty cool.
So
Shrimp tempura.
That's it for this week, Chan-chans. Join us next week for some Naruto.
Naruto. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Nom 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 nom.